Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. What if the chaos of the world, its insults, its setbacks, its relentless unpredictability has no power over you? Imagine a life where no person, no situation, no external force can disturb your peace. The world hurls its storms your way, a cutting remark, a plan unraveling, a glance that stings. Yet there you stand, calm, unshaken, as if the storm passes through you, leaving no trace. What secret do those who master this stillness hold? We delve into the shadows of the mind, a realm where emotional alchemy transforms the raw pain of reaction into the gold of inner freedom. Inspired by Carl Jung's wisdom and the Stoic path to serenity, we'll uncover how facing your hidden triggers can set you free. Prepare to look within, where the true storm brews and where true peace begins. We've all felt it. The sudden flare of anger when someone cuts us off in traffic. The sting of hurt when a co-worker's passive-aggressive comment lands. The creeping self-doubt from a stranger's odd glance. These moments seem to come from the outside, as if the world itself is acting upon us. But what if these reactions are not about the world at all? What if they are mirrors reflecting what lies buried within? Most people live in a constant state of reaction, their emotions hijacked by every slight, every failure, every unexpected turn. A harsh word sparks fury, a missed opportunity breeds despair. We become prisoners of our own responses, believing the external holds the key to our peace. But what if the key lies not in controlling the world, but in understanding ourselves? Carl Jung, the visionary who peered into the depths of the human psyche, understood this truth. He once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." When someone calls you foolish and anger surges, it's not their words that burn. It's the fear within you that they might be right. When you feel wounded by being ignored, it's not their disregard that hurts. It's your own unspoken need for validation. Two people can face the same event, a betrayal, a loss, a failure, and walk away with entirely different responses. One spirals into despair, believing the world has turned against them. The other sees a lesson, a doorway to growth. The difference lies not in what happens, but in what's happening inside. Every frustration, every flare of emotion is a message from within, a signal pointing to what we have yet to master. This process of turning inward, of bringing the unconscious into the light, is what Jung called shadow work. The shadow self, as he described it, is the hidden part of our psyche, the fears, insecurities, and unresolved wounds we bury deep. When someone triggers us, they're not creating the pain, they're revealing it, touching a wound we've long ignored. Most people flee from these signals. They suppress their anger, ignore their hurt, or blame the world for their turmoil. But those who dare to look closer, to observe rather than react, uncover a profound truth. The external world is a mirror of our internal state. Nothing can affect us unless it finds something within to cling to. The insult only lands if we fear its truth. The rejection only stings if we seek approval. Shadow work is emotional alchemy, a transformative act of facing what we've hidden and turning it into wisdom. It begins with a simple shift. Instead of asking, "Why did they do this to me?" we ask, "What inside me is reacting right now?" Imagine a moment of frustration. Someone disrespects you and anger rises. Feel the heat of that emotion, but don't let it consume you. Observe it like a scientist studying a rare specimen. Where does this anger come from? Does it echo a deeper fear, a need to be seen as worthy? As Jung taught, our triggers are not the problem. They're the path. They lead us to the parts of ourselves we've yet to heal, the shadows we've yet to embrace. What might you discover if you stopped running from your reactions and started listening to them? Most of us spend our lives trying to control what was never ours to command. We crave approval, so we chase the respect of others. We fear uncertainty, so we demand life follow our script. We long for fairness, so we take every slight personally, as if the universe itself conspires against us. When things don't go our way, we suffer. Anger at disrespect, betrayal at failure, despair at chaos. We believe that by controlling the external, people, outcomes, circumstances, we can secure our peace. But this is the grand delusion. As Jung grasped, the external world is neutral. It is neither good nor bad, kind nor cruel. It simply is. What shapes our experience is the lens through which we view it, our perception. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." As long as we remain unaware of the stories we tell ourselves about success, love, and our worth, we react blindly, believing life is happening to us. But what if much of it is happening through us? The more we try to control the external, the more power we give it over our inner state. When we need someone to respect us, they hold the reins. When we require a situation to unfold a certain way, it owns us. When we demand life be fair, we set ourselves up for endless disappointment. Neuroscience supports this. Studies show that forcing control over people, outcomes, or thoughts creates resistance, amplifying stress and emotional reactivity. The desperate pursuit of love pushes it away. The fear of failure breeds self-sabotage. The clinging to control leaves us powerless. True freedom lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering how we see it. Imagine walking down a street, minding your own business when someone hurls an insult your way. They call you weak, a failure. In that moment, what happens inside you? For most, the reaction is instant. Heart racing, anger flaring, the mind replaying the words like a broken record. But what if there were another way? What if instead of a spike of emotion, you felt nothing? No tension, no disturbance, just a quiet awareness that says that has nothing to do with me. This is the essence of what the Stoics taught, what Zen masters lived, what Jung deeply understood. Nothing external can disturb your peace unless you allow it. A freedom from the passions that bind us, a stillness beneath the storm. They believe that by detaching from irrational reactions, we align with reason, the cosmic logos that governs all. But this isn't numbness, it's sovereignty. You're not avoiding emotions, you're understanding them so deeply that they lose their grip. Picture a storm, thunder crashes, winds howl, lightning tears the sky. Yet above it all, the sky remains untouched, serene. You are not the storm, you are the sky. Jung's shadow work takes this further, revealing that our reactions stem from a false self, a fragile identity built on validation, opinions, and attachments. When someone challenges that identity, it feels like an attack. But what if you released that story? What if you became the observer, watching the game of life unfold without being pulled into its chaos? Here's the paradox. When you stop needing things to go your way, they often do. When you no longer fear what others think, confidence rises naturally. When you cease pursuing success from a place of lack, opportunities flow effortlessly. Cognitive psychology confirms this. Mindfulness and reframing reduce emotional reactivity, rewiring neural pathways over time. Insults lose their sting, failures no longer define you. Uncertainty ceases to terrify. You become unshakable, not because the world changes, but because you have. The greatest power lies not in controlling the external, but in surrendering to the internal. By observing your triggers, by facing your shadows, you reclaim your energy. You stop being a pawn in life's game and become the player, or better yet, the one watching from above, seeing every pattern before it unfolds. Step into this moment. Feel the weight of your reactions, the anger that flares, the hurt that lingers, the fear that whispers. What story are you telling yourself? Is it the world that disturbs you, or the shadows within? Shadow work is not a destination, it's a journey, a quiet unraveling of the unconscious, a gentle alchemy that turns pain into power. Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." What if that privilege begins by facing what you've hidden? What if the path to freedom lies not in controlling the storm, but in becoming the stillness beneath it? Dare to observe, to reflect, to release. What might you uncover if you stopped reacting and started truly seeing? By exploring the shadows of your mind, you begin to learn how to alchemize your emotions. You begin to see that your reactions are often tied to your need for control. But what if you could release that need? What if instead of trying to master every outcome, you learn to surrender to the flow of life? What would happen if on any given day you simply let go? Not of your possessions, not of your dreams, but of the invisible chains that bind you to control. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a decision, your hands clenched, your mind racing, trying to predict what comes next. Have you ever wondered what would unfold if you release that grip? Not out of defeat, not out of despair, but out of a quiet need to surrender to the unknown. Most people don't dare to imagine it, but surrender has a strange, almost haunting power. It's as if stepping back from the need to control unlocks a door to a reality we've been taught to fear. Because when you let go, you don't just release your plans, you awaken something deeper, something that whispers a truth too strange to ignore. This act has a name: detachment, the mysterious choice to surrender to life's flow. It's not about giving up, but about trusting what you can't see. When you cling to control, you're tethered to an illusion, a belief that you can shape what's beyond your reach. But what if that illusion is what keeps you from truly living? Detachment invites you to step into the unknown, to let the universe unfold in ways you can't predict. It's a chilling thought. What if everything you've been fighting to hold is what's holding you back? The weight of control is heavier than we realize. Every plan you've made, every outcome you've feared, carries a burden that pulls you from the present. It's a silent thief stealing your peace, your joy, your ability to simply be. When you surrender, that weight begins to lift. Not all at once, but in whispers, in moments of unexpected clarity. You might feel a flicker of fear, a pang of uncertainty, but beneath it, there's something else. A freedom that feels both strange and beautiful. Surrender doesn't erase the unknown, it reveals its magic. What if the very thing you've been avoiding is where your true power lies? Philosophers have long whispered this truth. Lao Tzu, the ancient Taoist sage, saw control as a trap, a resistance to the natural flow of life. In the Tao Ting, he wrote, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." For Lao Tzu, surrender wasn't weakness, it was wisdom, a way to align with the Tao, the mysterious rhythm of the universe. He believed that control creates tension, a struggle against what is, while detachment frees us to flow with what could be. This idea challenges everything we've been taught. That strength lies in holding on, not in letting go. What if Lao Tzu was right? What if surrender is the key to a deeper truth? The mystery of surrender runs deeper than we think. When you let go, you don't just release your need to control. You open a door to the unknown. And the unknown is a strange place, a realm where reality doesn't follow the rules we've set. Quantum physics tells us that the universe is unpredictable. Particles exist in multiple states, their paths uncertain until observed. What if your mind works the same way? What if every time you try to control, you limit what's possible? Surrender invites a kind of magic, a chance to see what unfolds when you stop writing the script. What strange forces might awaken when you release your grip? This act of surrender has a ripple effect, not just on you, but on the world around you. When you let go, you shift the energy of your relationships, your interactions, your very presence. Others might feel your absence, not because you've left, but because you've changed the dance. They've relied on your control, your predictability to anchor their own. When you surrender, you force them to face their own illusions, their own need to control. It's a haunting truth. Your detachment doesn't just free you, it reveals the chains others don't see. What happens when they can no longer lean on your control? Let's turn the mirror on you. What does it feel like to hold on so tightly? The plans you've made, the outcomes you've feared. How heavy do they feel in your hands? Surrender is a choice, but it's also a challenge. It asks you to trust what you can't see, to release what you've clung to step into the unknown without a map. Maybe you felt that pull to control, the need to know, to predict, to manage. What if that need is what's keeping you from the magic of what could be? What if the strangest truth is that freedom lies in letting go? I invite you to reflect. What are you holding that you could release? What illusions of control are keeping you from the unknown? Surrender doesn't just change you, it changes how you see the world. Imagine a quiet morning, your breath steady, your coffee cooling, the world still asleep. You're holding a worry, a fear, a plan so tight it aches. Now picture this. You release it. Let it drift like a leaf on a stream. What does that feel like? The Stoics, those ancient seekers of wisdom, called this apatheia, a freedom from the passions that bind us, a stillness beneath the storm. Epictetus, a man who knew suffering, whispered, "It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them." What if he's right? What if the weight you carry isn't the thing itself, but the story you've told yourself? The story that says you must control, you must know, you must win. Detachment in the Stoic heart isn't coldness. It's clarity, a gentle untangling of the threads that tie you to what you cannot hold. It's the awe of standing before a universe too vast to grasp and the critique of a mind that dares to think it can. Now breathe deeper. Feel the pull of desire. Maybe it's a craving for approval, a fear of failure, a need to be seen. The Buddhists called this tanha, the thirst that binds us to suffering, and they offered nikkama, a renunciation, a letting go. Imagine the Buddha sitting beneath the Bodhic tree, his breath a rhythm, his heart a mirror. He saw that every attachment, every need to control, is a whisper of the ego, a shadow we mistake for light. What if you let that shadow fade? What if you stepped into the stream not to fight its current, but to float, carried by a flow you cannot name? There's a stillness here, a quiet that hums with possibility. It's the space where fear softens, where the heart learns to trust. If this resonates, leave a comment with this phrase: "I surrender to the dance." Write it if you feel the pull to let go, to trust the mystery. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're diving deeper into the strange truths that transform us. But it's not without its edge. A critique of the self that clings, a warning of the suffering that comes when we refuse to release. So pause, feel the weight you've carried, the plans, the fears, the stories. What would it mean to set them down, not as a loss, but as a gift? To stand before the unknown, not with a map, but with open hands. What might you become if you dared to surrender? Not to despair, but to the mystery that breathes beneath it all. As you learn to let go and trust in the unknown, something remarkable begins to happen. Your mind opens to new possibilities, and you start to tap into deeper layers of consciousness. It's as if by releasing your grip, you allow strange forces to awaken from within. We've all felt it. Maybe you were staring out a window, lost in thought. Maybe you were sketching in a notebook, ideas flowing unchecked. Maybe you were lying awake at night, mind drifting beyond the walls. Suddenly, it strikes. A fleeting shift, a break from the straight lines we're taught to follow. You sense something vast, something beyond, and realize the world, might just be a shadow of what's really there. No one else seems to notice. They're all locked in their routines, their neat little boxes of thought, while you glimpse a stage with no edges, no script, just endless curtains peeling back into infinity. This sensation has a name: the multidimensional mindset. The sudden awareness that your mind isn't confined to a single track, but dances across realms too strange, too wild to pin down. Think of the people you've passed today, their hurried steps, their flickering screens, their voices blending into static. Each one's mind hums along, chasing deadlines, while yours begins to wander into places they'd never dare look. What if every thought, every spark of imagination connects to something bigger? What if this theater of the mind has no walls, no ceiling, just a sprawling web of unseen dimensions? What is this web? How real are the boundaries we draw around our thoughts, the linear illusion? Most of us assume our minds work in straight lines, point A to point B, cause to effect. Reality stacked neatly, like bricks in a wall. It feels safe, obvious, normal. But what if that's a trick? What if the mind isn't a train on a track, but more like a receiver tuning frequencies that it organizes in a map? Throughout history, thinkers have questioned this tidy little picture. Albert Einstein himself bent our understanding, showing space-time as a fabric that twists and folds under the weight of thought. He didn't stop at physics. He hinted at something more, saying, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, while imagination embraces the entire world." What if imagination isn't just a tool, but a doorway to dimensions we've been trained to ignore? The linear mind tells us there's one path, one truth, one reality. But step off that track and strange things start to happen. Ideas collide, time slips, and the walls of possible crumble like sand. If Einstein's universe dances across dimensions, why can't your mind? What if reality isn't a line, but a symphony, and you're just now hearing the first notes? Beyond the veil, let's push further. Picture yourself in a room alone, staring at a blank wall. You close your eyes and suddenly that wall dissolves. Shapes swirl, colors bleed, and a landscape unfolds. Not outside you, but within. This isn't daydreaming. It's something else, something alive. The multidimensional mindset says this isn't random. It's a glimpse of a realm beyond the physical, where thought bends existence itself. But here's the catch. If your mind can leap like this, what's holding it back? Society tells us to stay in line, to think small, to color inside the edges. Yet the moment you break free, the rules shift. A problem you couldn't solve untangles in a flash. A fear that gripped you fades into mist. It's as if the more you stretch your mind, the more the world stretches with you. What if this isn't just in your head? What if every time you imagine, you're tapping into something real? A fabric that weaves through us all. Einstein's space-time wasn't static. It flexed. It flowed. Maybe your consciousness does the same, reaching beyond what you can touch or see. Imagine every thought you've ever had as a thread, stretching out, connecting to every other mind, every other moment. Not just yours, everyone's. The multidimensional mindset suggests we're not solo performers in tiny spotlights, but players in a cosmic orchestra, each note rippling across an infinite stage. This isn't fantasy, it's possibility. Science backs it up in its own strange way. Quantum entanglement shows particles linked across vast distances, their states shifting in sync no matter how far apart. If particles can do it, why not thoughts? What if your imagination is entangled with something bigger, something that defies the rules we cling to? John Wheeler, the physicist who named black holes, once said, "We live in a participatory universe." He meant reality isn't fixed. It responds to what we ask of it. Your mind, when it breaks free, might not just see the world, it might shape it. Every leap of thought, every wild idea could be a stitch in a tapestry we're all weaving together. The mind's deep end. But here's where it gets eerie. If your mind is multidimensional, what's watching when you're not? If imagination touches infinity, who's on the other side? The room you're in feels solid, but close your eyes and it's gone. The thoughts you chase feel fleeting. But what if they're echoes of something eternal? Panpsychism. A theory that everything down to the smallest speck holds a spark of mind whispers a chilling idea. Maybe the universe is thinking too. Maybe every time you stretch your mind, it stretches back, watching, waiting, weaving your story into its own. What if the multidimensional mindset isn't just yours, but shared by everything that is? This raises a question. If your thoughts can roam unbound, what stops them? Is it fear, habit, or something else? A force we haven't named. The more you explore, the stranger it gets. A memory flickers, and suddenly it's sharper than the present. A dream lingers, and you swear it wasn't just a dream. The cosmic mirror back to that moment, staring out the window, sketching, lying awake. You felt it, the pull of something vast. The multidimensional mindset says that pull is real. Every mind you've brushed past, every spark you've ignited ties into a web we can't fully grasp. Here's the twist. We're not separate from this web, we're threads in it. Our thoughts, our questions, our leaps don't just reflect reality, they might bend it. The universe looks back at us, a mirror of infinite faces, and maybe, just maybe, we're looking at ourselves. This isn't settled science. It's a frontier, a wild edge where theory meets wonder. We don't have all the answers, maybe we never will. But the strangeness is the point. The multidimensional mindset doesn't promise clarity. It offers possibility, a chance to see beyond the lines we've drawn. So, next time you feel that shift, that break from the ordinary, don't pull back. Lean in, ask, what's out there? What's in here? The answers might be stranger than you think and closer than you know. In this digital age, that strangeness gets tangled. Our screens promise connection, yet they chain us to endless scrolls, drowning the mind's wild leaps in a flood of noise. What if the tools meant to free us are the new boundaries? Algorithms feed us echoes of our own thoughts, trapping us in a loop we can't see. The multidimensional mindset fights to break through. Yet the more we plug in, the harder it gets to unplug from the machine. But what if the key lies within? Step away, unplug, and tap into the raw, unshackled source where your mind first sparked closer to the infinite than any circuit can reach.